Moody gets his role and is being asked to elevate. Podziemski doesn't know his role yet, but I believe the same thing about him. These guys absolutely can be future pieces, rotational pieces on the Golden State Warriors. You don't need to throw everything out in the trash and start over. I know it's super fun and popular to say the Warriors, when Steph's not playing, they have no talent. None. Yes, they do. They just have miscast talent. Yes, they do. And I know it was a small sample, and I know it was maybe even a small sample within a small sample. They were losing by 6 at the end of 3.
Yep.
And they got hot. And just a few days before that, Boston whipped them up and down the floor until the fourth quarter when they went on a sort of run and whatever. Here's what I'm getting at. You'll remember that. Who was the guy that, oh, man, they should have traded. If they had just traded Kuminga a year and a half earlier, they could have got
Lauri Markkanen.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Kevin Durant. I mean, Paul George.
No, it was like
Pascal Siakam.
No.
OG Anunoby.
They've all been in on all these guys, allegedly.
Alex Caruso. A lot of people wanted.
Wow. Okay.
Remember, they should have traded for. Can I do a side-by-side? Because Alex Caruso is a good defender.
Okay.
And Alex Caruso is a good role player, right? Does everybody concur?
Yeah.
Alex Caruso, good defender, good role player on a really good team. For those of you who don't know, he's got a headband and plays for the Thunder. Really good role player. All right, match his numbers up with Moses Moody. Go ahead.
For the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Alex Caruso is averaging 6.2 points a game. Moses Moody's averaging 11.7. Maybe that's not fair because Caruso's on a team whose stars have been healthy. Yep. So I'll submit that. But Caruso's shooting 42% from the floor. Moses shooting 44. Caruso's shooting 32% from 3. Moses shooting 40. Caruso they have about the exact same number, pretty much 77%-ish, 78 for the free throw line. On and on. Let's see, who's a better rebounder? Oh, it's Moses Moody. Like, these role players that you want, you have them. They just haven't been allowed to be role players.
Right. They've been asked to be, like, real players, right?
So when you say the Warriors have no talent, I'm going to say, yes, they do. They're just miscast. And some of that is their own fault. Moody gets his role and is being asked to elevate. Podziemski doesn't know his role yet, and he needs to listen better. But I believe the same thing about him. These guys absolutely can be future pieces, rotational pieces on the Golden State Warriors. You don't need to throw everything out in the trash and start over, like so many have said. I think they've got some role players. I think Will Richard will fit into this. I don't know if they get to keep Melton, but I like him. Guy Santos is becoming interesting, is he not? I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a player so dismissed who just goes out and gets you 15 to 20 a night. Yep. It's like 8-9 games in a row now. And he's got an interesting skill set. I don't think any of these players are great. I think the Warriors have their role players. We're just not noticing because they're being asked to go be stars.
Right, and you've got Guy starting and Moses is starting and, Pods is playing 36 or 37 minutes. And so ideally, those guys, none of them would play as much as they're playing, but they have to because no Draymond, no Jimmy, no KP, no Steph, etc. So in the short run, yeah, go out there and be a star and help us win, and they did. So I think if you look at each player in a vacuum and you think about what they can be in their role, and I think you're right about, the role, like, Pods 20 to 25 minutes a night. Yeah, Guy 15 to 20, same thing. Yeah, he can be good. He can be a role player, and he can help you win.
All you got to do is defend and knock down threes in today's game. I think it's so funny. The Boston Celtics are really good. They were just here, and then they whipped the Lakers' butt in a game where the Lakers had all their people, all their stars. But you all watched it. The ball moves like crazy.
Yep.
And I bet most people who sit here and go, man, they lost Tatum, and then they traded Kristaps, and they let Horford go, and who else am I forgetting? Oh, Holiday.
Yep.
So they got rid of all that, and they're still fantastic. Right. Okay. Name more than 3 Celtics.
Don't make me. I'd rather not.
I know the 3 you all know. You know Jaylen Brown.
And Pritchard.
And you know Pritchard, and you know Derek White. And then you're going to start struggling unless you're an NBA head. And my point is Moody and Pods and Will Richard, they can be those guys. Those guys, the unnamed people that are just standing out there at the three-point line that on the good teams knock the shot down. But you don't notice them because they're not being asked to be attention-getting players. They're just out there, dude, you're going to get about 7 or 8 of these a game, knock 3 or 4 down, play hard, grab some loose balls, throw some passes, play defense, and off we go. So, that's all I'm saying here. I don't think, I'm not trying to sell that the Warriors are in this great spot. I understand that they're injured, they're old, there's questions everywhere. I'm not talking about championship contention. I'm talking about as the Warriors move forward, both this year and beyond, whatever happens kind of beyond Steph, you're going to need new stars. I don't see any of them currently on the team.
Right.
But I see those players' potential support staff. I do see those players.
But that to me is the biggest problem because right now your stars are old and injured or old and injured.
Yeah, but we knew this.
Right. But, I mean, so the role guys, Moses, great, Gee, even D'Anthony, I think he's more of a role guy, and Pods, sure. They're role guys, but they're being asked right now to be stars. And going forward in like the playoffs or in a longer sample, they can't be that guy.
Of course not, yes.
But even like in the future, like if you sign Pods and you keep him, he'll never be your 1 or your 2.
No.
You want him to be your 7.
If Pods sat down and know who his agent is, if he called the Warriors this offseason and he's like, yeah, we're like
the max.
How about you give me
the max?
How about the JK contract? No, we're good. We're good. No, we're not doing $25, $30 million. No.
What about the Draymond contract? Like 4 and $100?
No, not now.
No.
Let's see if you play your way into that. Let's see if you get to restricted free agency and others want to give you that.
You'd give him the Moody right now.
Sure.
3 and 39.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. That's a role player deal.
Yep.
And that's who I think he is. Pods' biggest problem is I'm not sure he gets that yet. And I think that's exactly what Steve Kerr was saying the other night. I think that Pods has a role. I think that Pods is a solid NBA person. What Pods is not, and by the way, I don't know how, this might make people feel good. Pods and Jonathan Kuminga have the exact same problem. Everyone's pitted them against one another for all this time. They're the exact same problem. They both kind of see themselves in a little bit too big of a light. And it hurts them because they want to do things that their team doesn't always want them to do. But I think that both of them, and obviously Jonathan's now on a different team, Moody, I love early Will Richard returns. It's like if you just do what your team's asking you to do and you just get in where you fit in, then I think you're solid NBA players. You're not stars. We all know the Warriors are going to need new stars.
Yeah.
Once these stars really, really age out, if they haven't already. I think a lot of you will start to like Pods, Moody, and whoever else a lot more once they fully understand their role, tuck into it. Moody has done it already. I think he gets it. They get your role, tuck into it, and then not be asked to do more. Like just have healthy stars around you and do your thing. Then I think that this fan base will start to like those guys more. I think that they've got some role players, but we don't like them because we're kind of watching too much of them.
And we're spoiled too. The role players used to be Shawn Livingston and, Andre Iguodala and maybe Mo Buckets and JaVale McGee, and like they were your role players. And these guys are amazing players, but because you were so good, they were your role guys. And so now you've got Gee second round, Quentin second round, Will second round, Pods. I mean, if you're a Podsist, then you don't think that he's any good. So your role guys now are not nearly as accomplished as the old guys.
Right. I mean, go get some sports fan from Philly on and ask him what it's like when Andre Iguodala is your one. And I'm not going to like him as much. They don't like him as much because he's not good enough to do that.
Yeah.
Ask him in Denver. How'd you like it? Did you love Iggy as the one? He's not good enough. You're not going to win championships. When you come here and you're like, how do you like him as your sixth man? Oh, my God, he's incredible. He's the adult in the room. He's all of those things. That's all. Here's what I'm getting at. I don't know that everybody gets a number. And we do that too often. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you a 6? Are you an 8? Are you an 11? Or like, there's a 1 and there's a 2.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of other people that fit in with your role. That's just me, the way I look at it. I don't really want to give a number to Moses Moody or Brandon Podziemski. Here's what I would say. I think you can be a winning team with those guys being role players on your team. I think there's room for all of what they do. I think Moses Moody is a plus defender. Again, it's been a weird few weeks. There have been nights where he's looked slow on defense, but he's shown he can be an on-ball defender. I think his three-point shot has gotten a lot better. I think he fully understands his role. Great teammate. Moses Moody can be on my team, and we can make that work. Pods is different, and he's unique. We all get that. There's a lot of different going on there, from the look to the game to the everything. You've kind of trumpeted, as Steve Kerr has, the plus-minus through the years.
Yeah.
He called him a connector one time. I do think that's his strength. His weakness is he thinks very, very highly of himself. And that gets him into trouble sometimes because he starts to try to do some things that aren't kind of his cup of tea. And I think that's what makes people go, you know what, dude, you need to stand down. I think he can get there and understand his role better. But the things that he does do, first of all, he's about as good of a rebounding guard as there is in the entire league, period. And I also, he's not a bad shooter. His three-point percentage is absolutely solid enough. If he will kind of understand, give up ball, play role, stand in your spot, you'd love for him to get better on defense, all of those things. I don't want to give him a number. I just think he can be a role player on a really good team.